Hello viewers, today we're going to be doing a brief service on this Heatwave ceramic heater. We're just going to give it a quick cleanup. Just a little bit of dust on the element. It's not too bad. This doesn't usually get too bad because it's got the filter on there that catches most of the dust. But there's still a little bit of dust in there. I'd rather start the season with it clean. You know what, I wonder, usually the dust is kind of stuck on there pretty hard. If I could just blow it out. Nah, that didn't quite work. Better than it was, but it's not exactly what it should be. So let's just pull the fan off real quick and brush off the element. I put that filter on. There's all dust floating around here now. This is a lot more difficult than it should be to get to the element on the side where the dust accumulates. Okay, so this is where the dust resides in here. You can see it's not that bad, but I'd rather start with the season with it clean because it'll get bad real quick once it gets to this stage. So I just take a brush here. We'll just brush all the dust out. It looks like the dust is starting to really get in between the elements. I may have to get the air compressor out to deal with that. And it's really stuck in there, and it's going to significantly reduce the airflow. I may be able to use something like that, perhaps. this just doesn't have quite enough power to get rid of it. It's not working anywhere nearly as good as I had intended it to. Making it a little bit better. The problem is this is used in the bathroom and there's a lot of moisture in there, and so what ends up happening is the dust really sticks in there as it goes through. A lot more than it would if this was used in a dry environment. I need something that will get in there better. I just don't really have anything on hand here that would do that. Well, maybe that'll work. Oh yeah, this will work good. Okay, we'll do this. This is working correctly. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All that dust that was stuck in there is gone. Now the element is really clean, so we should be getting pretty good airflow through there. So that's good. Wipe everything down here real quick, get the fine dust out. Get the dust off of the fan blades. The motor windings are clean. Okay.
I think that's pretty much as clean as one's going to get it.
So now we can reassemble. Still got to clean that filter. I don't know if this is going to be easy to clean or not. Probably put some water on there maybe. Okay, so what we have to do now, this is where it gets kind of frustrating because the fan goes on here like this. And the agitation is that you have to get these washers,
all in between here.
The washer's perfectly centered. That has to also get perfectly centered. This is on upside down, I think, is it? Yeah. The motor should be facing away from the elements. With all that in place, you got to turn it over and then get these screws plus the lock washer back on. I just lost the washer on that one. This is like an infuriating process. I don't know why they designed it this way. It's kind of stupid. In fact, it's so agitating. I've contemplated getting a different heater to use in the bathroom, one that's easier to clean, because anything that is used in the bathroom seems to get dirty very quickly, and this is just not ideal. But I found that this one works exceptionally well, and so consequently, I don't want to replace it.
Make any of the screws very tight at first, because you got to be able to move it to get the rest of them in alignment. I'll go back and tighten the rest of them down when they're all in place.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, that wasn't even in the frame. Okay, now that they're all in, I'll go ahead and tighten them down. Okay, so now this is all ready to go back in place. There's still dust all inside here, but it's kind of irrelevant. There's no air. You're going to get restricted from that. So a little indicator light goes on the bottom left. In fact, this has got some dust on there too. Let's clean that off. And this should sit flush in the bottom of the unit. And this goes on top of it. That's that. It kind of just aligns itself in there. And these 4 screws go in. Okay, I guess it's going to be time to charge up this screwdriver, because it's not working too good anymore. I guess that screw is the stripped. I could just put a nut on that side and hold it in. Easy enough. Definitely stripped. Okay, so you can see now it's all clean in there. And looking through the elements, you can see right through. So we should be good as far as that's concerned. All the dust is gone.
Should get some better airflow out of it now.
That is.
Let's see what we have here.
Yeah. It actually makes a big difference. That little bit of dust that was in there, it's moving a fair bit more air now. Good airflow.
Let's put the heat on. Went up to 19 amps again. Say 18, 17, 16, 15. 14. 13. That's right now where it should be. That's 1455 watts. This is a 1500 watts. So it's working okay. There's nothing really wrong with it, I don't think.
That cleaning of the inside really made a big difference in the air movement. I can feel the air moving several feet back from the unit. Look at this. The air is moving all the way over here. And it's a good amount of air too. It's not weak. Not that thing. All the way back here the air is moving. Go back further. All the way over here the air is moving. It's several feet away from the unit. It's not even in the frame no more. Look at all the airflow. So, very important to keep it clean. Keep the radiator clean in there. You should be feeling the heat blowing strong far back from the unit. It's probably 3 or 4 feet away and it's still strong. If you're not getting this airflow, you got a dirty element, and it's gonna, well, it's, for one, it's dangerous because it's gonna be running much hotter than it should be. It's gonna shorten the life of the element too. So this is good. This is very clean now, and it's ready to go. It's throwing out some good heat. (264 degrees). Alright, so all that's left now is to clean the filter. I always like to let the fan run by itself for a minute to cool off the element before I shut it down. We gotta clean this filter off now. Filter is clean. I want to put a thicker filter in here to keep the dust out better, but you really can't, because you'll start restricting airflow. So you gotta just use this, which is really doesn't do a whole lot, but it does give it a lot more time before you gotta clean it again. At least it keeps the big chunks of dust out, you know. So it's far from worthless, but I'm tempted to put a thicker one on there, but you can't. It'll restrict the airflow too much. So that's it. The bathroom heater is cleaned up on the inside, anyways. It's kind of grungy on the outside still, but that's not going to affect the performance at all. So this should be ready for another year of powerful, reliable service. So I'll use it tonight when I take a shower, and it should work well.